The emotion you're trying to fight might be the very thing trying to help you. Jealousy feels like an enemy, but what if it's actually a messenger? Let me show you what almost everyone misunderstands about this powerful emotion. The biggest misconception about jealousy is that it's something to eliminate. But here's the truth. Jealousy itself isn't the problem. It's your relationship with jealousy that creates suffering. Just like physical pain warns you about bodily damage, jealousy alerts you to potential threats to what you value. The problem isn't feeling jealous, it's what happens after that initial feeling. It's like our smoke detector. We don't get mad at it for beeping when there's smoke. That's literally its job. We'd never think this smoke detector has self-esteem issues, or it needs to trust the kitchen more. When you stop fighting jealousy and start getting curious about it, everything shifts. This doesn't mean letting jealousy control your actions, quite the opposite. It means understanding the valuable information it's trying to give you before deciding how to respond. Next time jealousy hits, try asking, "What's this telling me?" instead of, "How do I make this stop?" This simple shift has helped thousands transform their relationship with this challenging emotion. Chapter 1. The Hidden Messages. What your jealousy is actually telling you. Jealousy speaks a secret language most people never learn to translate. Let me hand you the decoder ring to understand what your jealousy is really saying. Beneath every jealous feeling is a hidden message about what matters to you. If you're jealous of a friend's promotion, it's not about wanting to diminish their success. It's information about your own unmet desires for recognition or advancement. When you feel jealous of someone's relationship, it's highlighting what you value in connection that may be missing in your life. We scroll through Instagram getting jealous of perfect vacations, but we're not actually upset about their trip to Bali. We're upset about our own lack of freedom, adventure, or relaxation. It's like getting mad at the restaurant's Instagram for making us hungry. Here's the transformation. Once you understand that jealousy is pointing to your values and desires, you can redirect that emotional energy toward what actually matters. Screenshot this. The next time jealousy hits, ask yourself these 3 questions. What specific thing triggered this feeling? What value or desire of mine does this highlight? What's one step I could take toward fulfilling that desire? This isn't just theory. This approach has helped thousands transform painful jealousy into meaningful action. You're not broken for feeling jealous. You're human, with desires that deserve attention. Chapter 2. The Science Behind the Green-Eyed Monster. Your jealousy didn't start with you. It's actually been evolving for millions of years. Understanding the biology behind jealousy might completely change how you experience it. From an evolutionary perspective, jealousy served a critical survival function. For our ancestors, maintaining valuable relationships and social status directly impacted survival and reproduction. Your brain treats social threats with the same urgency as physical threats, because evolutionarily speaking, being excluded from the tribe could be fatal. Think about it. We basically have ancient survival software running on modern hardware. Your brain reacts to someone getting more Instagram likes than you with the same circuits that would activate if a saber-toothed tiger was eyeing your dinner. Talk about an operating system that needs an update. Research shows jealousy activates your amygdala, the brain's threat detection center, triggering your fight-or-flight response. This is why jealousy feels so urgent and all-consuming. Your brain literally treats it as an emergency. But here's the amazing part. Understanding this neurological process gives you power. When you recognize jealousy as an evolutionary response rather than a personal failing, you create space between the feeling and your reaction. This is where your higher brain functions can intervene. Next time jealousy hits, remind yourself, this is my prehistoric brain, doing its job a little too well. Just that awareness alone can reduce the intensity and help you respond rather than react. Chapter 3. Recognizing your personal jealousy triggers. We all have jealousy fingerprints, unique patterns that are distinctly our own. Discovering yours is the first step to transforming your relationship with jealousy. Your jealousy triggers are shaped by your personal history, values, and insecurities. Someone with abandonment issues might feel intense jealousy when their partner spends time with others. Someone who values career achievement might feel jealous when peers receive recognition. These patterns aren't random. They're meaningful data about your inner landscape. It's like each of us has a different jealousy playlist on repeat. Some people have the "everyone's advancing but me" greatest hits, while others are subscribed to the "they're having more fun without me" channel. The real question is, are you even aware of what songs are playing? The most powerful step you can take is to create your personal jealousy map. For 1 week, document every instance of jealousy. What triggered it, how intense it felt, 1 to 10, and what thoughts followed. Look for patterns. You'll likely find that 80% of your jealousy comes from just a few specific triggers. What's incredible is how this simple awareness creates immediate change. When you know your triggers, they lose their surprise element. You can prepare for situations you know might trigger jealousy and develop specific strategies for your most common patterns. Remember, recognizing your jealousy patterns isn't about judging yourself. It's about gathering intelligence that will help you respond more effectively to these challenging emotions. Chapter 4. The 3-Step Jealousy Interrupt Technique. What if you could transform jealousy in under 90 seconds? This technique has helped thousands intercept jealousy before it takes over. The 3-Step Jealousy Interrupt works because it engages your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain. When jealousy has activated your emotional limbic system, this creates a pattern interrupt that prevents jealousy from escalating into destructive thoughts or behaviors. Think of jealousy like a runaway train. Without intervention, it builds momentum until it's carrying you places you never wanted to go. This technique is like switching the tracks before the train picks up speed. Here's the 3-step process. Step 1. Name it. Say to yourself, "I'm feeling jealous right now." This simple naming activates your prefrontal cortex and reduces amygdala activity by up to 30% according to neuroscience research. Step 2. Breathe and body scan. Take 3 deep breaths while noticing physical sensations. Where do you feel jealousy in your body? This grounds you in the present moment, rather than catastrophizing about the future. Step 3. Get curious, not furious. Ask yourself, what is this jealousy trying to tell me about what matters to me? This redirects energy from judgment to insight. I know we all want to skip to step 3, but don't. It's like trying to run before crawling. Good luck with that coordination. The power is in following all 3 steps in sequence. What makes this approach different is that it doesn't try to eliminate jealousy. It transforms your relationship with it. Users report that with practice, jealousy becomes less of an emergency and more of a notification that deserves attention but doesn't demand immediate action. Practice this technique daily for 2 weeks, and you'll be amazed how quickly jealousy loses its grip on your emotions and behaviors. And hey, if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. Chapter 5. Transforming comparison into connection. What if comparison, the fuel for jealousy, could actually bring you closer to others instead of driving you apart? This counterintuitive approach changes everything. We're taught that comparison is the thief of joy, but that's only half the story. Strategic comparison can be the catalyst for growth and connection when approached with the right mindset. The key distinction is between competitive comparison and inspired connection. We're all playing comparison Olympics out here, trying to win gold in the "my life looks better than yours" event. Meanwhile, we're all secretly feeling like we're not even qualifying for the finals. Here's the transformation. When someone triggers your jealousy, try this radical approach. Reach out and express specific appreciation for what you admire about them. This isn't about fake positivity. It's about transforming the energy of comparison into connection. For example, if a colleague's success makes you jealous, you might say, "I was really impressed by your presentation. How did you prepare for it?" This does something powerful. It transforms your jealousy into a learning opportunity and creates genuine connection. This works because jealousy thrives in isolation, but dissolves in connection. When you express admiration for what triggered your jealousy, you're not denying your feelings. You're channeling that energy constructively. What's remarkable is how this approach doesn't just change your relationship with others, it transforms your relationship with yourself. That nagging voice of inadequacy gets quieter when you stop treating differences as threats and start seeing them as opportunities. Chapter 6. Communication Strategies that Disarm Jealousy. The right words at the right time can disarm jealousy before it escalates. Let me show you communication techniques that transform jealousy from a relationship destroyer to a connection builder. The biggest communication mistake with jealousy is waiting until you're overwhelmed by it. By then, your limbic system is in full activation, making constructive conversation nearly impossible. The key is communicating early, clearly, and without blame. We try to communicate our jealousy, but it comes out like, "Why are you always talking to them?" When what we really mean is, "I'm feeling insecure and need reassurance." It's like ordering a coffee but screaming, "Liquid bean juice now!" and wondering why the barista looks concerned. The communication framework that consistently works is the CVR method: context, vulnerability, request. Context: briefly describe the situation without blame. When I saw you laughing with your coworker at the party. Vulnerability: share the feeling and underlying need. I felt insecure because quality time together makes me feel connected to you. Request: make a clear, positive request. Would you be willing to introduce me next time or plan some special time for just us this weekend? This works because it transforms accusatory you statements into revealing I statements. It shifts the conversation from attack and defend to understand and connect. The most powerful part of this approach is that it makes jealousy a shared experience rather than a divisive one. When communicated effectively, your jealousy becomes an opportunity for deeper understanding rather than a source of conflict. Practice this framework with smaller jealousy triggers before using it in high-stakes situations. Like any skill, clear communication improves with consistent practice. Chapter 7. Building Self-Worth, the Ultimate Jealousy Antidote. The stronger your sense of self-worth, the less power jealousy has over you. Let me show you why self-worth is the ultimate jealousy antidote and how to build it systematically. Jealousy thrives in the gap between how you see yourself and how you think others see you. When your sense of worth comes primarily from external validation, likes, recognition, comparison, you're incredibly vulnerable to jealousy. Building internal self-worth creates resilience against these external triggers. We're out here basing our self-worth on social media metrics like we're all publicly traded companies. Oh no, my personal stock is down 15% because my ex's vacation post got more likes than my promotion announcement. The most effective self-worth building strategy is evidence collection. Your brain has a negativity bias that makes you discount positive aspects of yourself while magnifying the positive in others. Systematically collecting evidence of your value counteracts this bias. Create your evidence vault. Identify 3 to 5 core values that define who you are, not what you achieve. Daily, write down one way you expressed each value. Weekly, document a challenge you overcame. Monthly, reflect on progress that jealousy would typically make you overlook. What makes this approach different is that it's not about toxic positivity or inflating your ego. It's about accurately perceiving your genuine worth instead of the distorted view jealousy creates. The remarkable thing is that as your self-worth strengthens, you'll actually celebrate others' successes more genuinely. When you're not threatened by others' light, you can appreciate it without feeling diminished. This creates an upward spiral of authentic connection and continued growth. Chapter 8. Digital Detox. Managing Jealousy in the Social Media Age. Social media is like a jealousy gymnasium, specifically designed to strengthen your comparison muscles. Let me show you how to navigate this landscape without letting it hijack your emotional well-being. The average person spends over 2 hours daily on social platforms viewing carefully curated highlights that trigger comparison. Studies show that passive scrolling increases negative mood, jealousy, and feelings of inadequacy. But there are specific strategies that can transform your digital experience. We're literally scrolling through everyone's highlight reels while sitting on the toilet, then wondering why we feel bad about our behind-the-scenes footage. It's like comparing your blooper reel to everyone else's Oscar-winning performances. Here's your digital jealousy management plan. Intention setting. Before opening any app, set a specific purpose and time limit. Curation audit. Evaluate which accounts consistently trigger jealousy and mute or unfollow. Active versus passive. Shift from passive scrolling to active engagement with content that inspires. Reality checks. When jealousy hits, say, "This is a highlight reel, not their daily reality." Creation over consumption. Spend more time creating than consuming. What makes this approach powerful is that it doesn't require eliminating social media. Instead, it transforms your relationship with these platforms from passive consumption to intentional engagement. The most remarkable change happens about 2 weeks into implementing these strategies. You'll notice the automatic comparison response weakening, allowing you to appreciate content without the immediate jealousy reaction. Your digital environment should inspire you, not diminish you. Chapter 9. From Jealousy to Growth, Your Transformation Roadmap. Everything changes when jealousy becomes your teacher instead of your tormentor. Let me show you the complete roadmap for this powerful transformation. This journey from jealousy to growth follows a clear progression that many have successfully navigated. It begins with awareness, moves through understanding and strategy, and culminates in lasting transformation. The key is consistent practice rather than perfection. Think of managing jealousy like learning to drive. At first, you're gripping the wheel with white knuckles, hyper-aware of every move. Eventually, it becomes second nature, and you're singing along to music while navigating complex situations with ease. Your complete transformation roadmap. Week 1. Awareness. Use the jealousy mapping technique from Chapter 3. Week 2. Interruption. Use the jealousy mapping technique from Chapter 4. Week 3. Communication. Apply the CVR framework from Chapter 6. Week 4. Connection. Transform comparison using strategies from Chapter 5. Week 5 to 6. Self-worth. Build your evidence vault from Chapter 7. Week 7. Digital mastery. Implement the social media plan from Chapter 8. Week 8. Integration. Create personalized strategies for your specific triggers. What makes this approach different from others is that it's not about becoming someone who never feels jealousy. It's about developing a relationship with jealousy where it informs you without controlling you. The most beautiful transformation I've witnessed in thousands who've taken this journey is not just the reduction in jealousy's power. It's how the energy once consumed by jealousy becomes available for creation, connection, and genuine joy in others' success. Remember, progress isn't linear. There will be setbacks and challenges, but each time you apply these principles, you strengthen your capacity to transform jealousy from an enemy to an ally on your journey of growth. This is possible for you. Your jealousy isn't a character flaw. It's an opportunity for profound transformation. Take one small step today and watch how everything can change.